Welcome to Stories Unfolded, where we dive deep into the real-life journeys that shape us. Today, I have a story that's as heart-wrenching as it is hopeful. It's about love, understanding, and the journey towards healing in the face of mental health challenges. Are you ready for an emotional ride? Let's get started. Imagine waking up to your phone buzzing with notifications from Reddit AITA threads, where people share their deepest regrets and dilemmas. Today's story is one that resonated deeply within me. It's about a man who found himself at a crossroads in his relationship, torn between the overwhelming burden of supporting his girlfriend through her depression and the frustration of seeing her struggle with basic daily tasks. The setting: a cozy apartment where love once felt like sunshine but now feels more like a dimly lit room filled with shadows. The protagonist, let's call him Alex, had been working tirelessly to support both himself and his partner, while she was battling severe depression. Her days were spent in bed, her nights were lonely, and the future seemed bleak. Alex's frustration boiled over one day when he found himself unable to ignore how much his girlfriend's condition affected their daily life. He snapped. "You're not lazy," he had said, but with a tone that cut deeper than intended. She retreated to her mother's house, leaving Alex alone with the weight of what he'd done. Days turned into weeks as they both grappled with guilt and regret. Can you imagine feeling responsible for breaking someone's heart? It was in those quiet moments that Alex realized his outburst wasn't about laziness. It was a plea for understanding and support. They met to talk, the air thick with unresolved tension and unspoken apologies. "I know I shouldn't have called you lazy," Alex said, his voice heavy with remorse, "but it got too much for me." She listened, her eyes welling up as she understood that his frustration came from a place of love and concern. "I'm sorry too," she whispered back, her apology not needed but offered freely in the spirit of healing. Their conversation was raw and honest. They talked about her struggles with depression, about how it felt like an unending battle against an unseen enemy. She introduced him to the attacker, a figure from Reddit who had been a source of misguided advice that only seemed to make things worse. Together, they agreed it was time for new approaches. Alex suggested she stop actively looking for work until she felt ready. "You've faced so many rejections," he said softly. "It's taking its toll." She hesitated, but eventually nodded, feeling the weight of his support. He promised to cover their expenses while she focused on herself, and together they brainstormed ways to ease her burden. "I have some ideas for volunteer work," Alex offered. "It could be good for your resume, and it gets you out there." She smiled, appreciating his thoughtfulness. They agreed that being cooped up wasn't healthy for anyone. So they came up with a plan: exercise videos 3 times a week, chores once daily, and deep cleaning Sundays. Alex watched as she began to take these small steps, her confidence slowly returning. She would often surprise him by doing more than just one chore, finding joy in the routine that he had suggested. "Thank you," she'd say with genuine gratitude, and it was those moments that gave Alex hope. "I'm still learning too," Alex admitted during a quiet evening together. "I want to understand your depression better so I can be there for you." He started researching more about mental health, determined to be her rock when the darkness seemed insurmountable. As weeks passed, they noticed progress. Little by little, the shadows in their apartment were lifting. They were making a life together, not just surviving, but thriving amidst the challenges. Alex and his girlfriend's journey shows us that love isn't always easy, but it can be incredibly beautiful when faced with honesty and mutual support. If you found this story as moving as I did, please hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more heartfelt stories just like this one. Until next time, keep unfolding those stories that matter most. Thank you for joining me on this journey today.